Oh, okay, just put in a copy of Star Fox Zero. I've been so excited about this. Oh man, I tried to hold out from buying it at the store, but you know, day after release, I went and I had to pick it up. This is gonna be a first impressions video. Let's get started. Won't be needing that. Motion controls. Welcome to gameFINITY. I'm Scott Lee. Today I want to talk about Star Fox Zero and what I really think of this game after spending about 5 or 6 hours with it. If you're watching this video now, chances are if you are a Star Fox fan, you've already seen a lot of the other video reviews out on YouTube about the game. I don't really want to rehash what a lot of the reviewers have said. Instead, I want to talk about some of the things that I think the reviewers may have actually missed. A lot of reviews for this game talk about issues that the game supposedly has. You know, everyone's talking about the controls. Everyone's talking about the controls. And I get it. The controls are very, very different. This is basically a Star Fox 64 reboot. We understand that. But I think that we need to stop making comparisons to Star Fox 64. Because this is a reimagining of that game, and because we have so much of treading upon the same thematic ground, we need to really consider that this is a completely different game mechanically. And by that token, we should take Star Fox Zero on its own. Imagine that no other Star Fox game has ever existed, and this is your very first one. This is your first experience. Chances are, you're not really gonna be thinking about how things were on a traditional controller. Maybe you might wish that you had a traditional controller. You still might wish that, I understand that. But as you play this game, it is a very, very intense, action-packed experience. At least it was for me. When you're using the gamepad and you're having to use both screens and you're engaged in these controls, honestly, I have never been this mentally sucked in by a Wii U title in the entire time that I have played any of the games in the console's life cycle. So from that standpoint, truly, I mean this genuinely, there is something special about Star Fox Zero in that way. Let me also talk for a second about the fact that a lot of reviewers are comparing this to 90s titles in general, and the fact that this maintains so much of the 1990s style of Star Fox games that a lot of people are questioning whether or not this game can actually exist in 2016 and actually work. The main thing to really consider with that, in my opinion, that's not really the issue. The 90s games were really, really great. They were a lot of fun. The problem is, we have this thing in our brain where we're trying to play Star Fox 64 in our minds, especially for those of us that have already played it. Because it's so different mechanically though, you have that thing in your brain where you're like, oh, this is Star Fox 64, I'm just looking at it with different graphics. But the truth is that it's actually not. Personally, when I was playing the first few moments of it, there's a huge red flag that struck me right in the face as I started up the game, and that's that you're introduced to the game before you even get to go into the first level with a tutorial. I mean, it's like literally like a, hey, we're gonna push these buttons. Like it's practically like Zelda Twilight Princess. We're gonna have to force you to go through all this stuff for like an hour or whatever, all over again. As much as I was like, I don't really know about this, once I got past that and I got into the action, I got into the first level, it was really amazing. I was having a really great time with it. You start off, you dive in, and there's a flash, you come out onto the water of Corneria, you pull up, you're flying low, the stuff starts flying at you, the lasers start flying, you start shooting. It's great, and you're hit with that nostalgia heaviness. I think that first level is so strong and so powerful, and they've played the footage to death with like E3 and promotional video and all that stuff, but really, truly, the way that you are introduced to that experience is rock solid. I only kind of wish that they didn't really like force you through that tutorial at first. At the same time, I understand that because the controls are so different, maybe to a certain extent that tutorial may be unavoidable. I don't know. Overall, I think it was a really rock solid experience so far. Again, I've only played about 5 to 6 hours of it, but I'm going to be playing it more, and who knows, maybe I'll change my mind. I'm probably going to do a follow-up actual full game review once I've gotten some more time with it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, favorite, share. What do you think about Star Fox Zero? Leave a comment, let me know, and guys, I will see you next time.